Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's me, Mitch. And welcome to Morning Coffee with Mitch. And happy Tuesday morning. Happy Tuesday morning. I just got done watching Kilts. Wow. It was very interesting. Oh man. I don't know what to say. Look at all the people showing up in the chat in green. Wow. Good morning, guys. All the members are showing off their stripes this morning. And let's get to it. Here today. First order of business. Drink it if you got it. While the crowd pours in. As we fade the music out. And welcome. Good to see you this morning. Good to see you. I slept in this morning. I made it all the way to 4:30. Wow. Again, I can't stay in bed after I wake up. I just jump out of bed and the highest energy point of my day. I hate to say it's downhill from there, but I had a great day yesterday. I'm finding the key to having energy longer in the day is to actually work harder early in the morning. Do more exercise, move more. I'm conscientiously trying to do that. So as soon as we're done here today, I will move. Go in and do a certain number of exercises, especially what I'm trying to accomplish every day is at least the standing up out of a chair with no hands 50 times. I'm at the point right now where I'm doing that in 2 sets of 25. It kind of is like a combination of a squat, but it uses balance and many other things to actually start seated and get up from there. And I've been working very hard at that. And it really works. And I think for somebody who's aging, that might even be more beneficial than walking itself. So I'm doing that, and I'm doing arms, and I'm thinking about maybe going up and using the gym here at the community, starting to do some machines again. I do not like this low energy feeling, and that seems to help more than anything. Maybe the coffee regimen that I'm on with the creatine and the MCT oil first thing in the morning is actually helping some. But I am feeling better, and I'm looking forward to my trip to Sarasota on Thursday to see Kelsey. Oh, man, what a conversation. We always have a good time, even though we have wildly different ways of coming at so many of the same subjects. I think down at the basic heart of it, pretty much agree on everything. I tend to not put a religious spin on things. But we're really talking about the same things anyway. It's hard to explain because we each have our own views on that. And if you ask anybody, are you a spiritual person, you're going to get some kind of an answer because of their interpretation of what that means. Good morning, Peter. Peter asked me a question here. Has Kelsey ever mentioned you flying with him on his plane and sitting in the co-pilot? Oh, yeah, we've talked about that. I can fly that airplane. I'm not up on all the systems and everything, but basically flying is flying. That's almost like riding a bicycle to me. And we talked about that, but the logistics of it is very hard. His plane, I don't know if it's out of maintenance yet. It's been getting a very extensive engine inspection, and those things take a lot of, take time, and especially if there's any repairs needed, a lot of money. One of these days. Listen, I've done enough flying to last me a lifetime, Peter. If I never sit in a pilot seat again, it doesn't make me sad. It doesn't make me sad. So here we are. I did something yesterday. It's a little playing around, I guess. And I did something that I'm always bad-mouthing. And I've never really bought into shorts. But I put out a short yesterday. It was generated automatically from my live stream yesterday morning. And it was done by StreamYard as a feature. I've never used it. It says generate clips. So I said, okay, and it generated 4 clips for me, and that was one of them. And I posted it, and it was very little work to post it. And one of the reasons that I did it was because sometimes the world goes in certain directions, and if you don't participate, you become old-fashioned and left behind. It's still not AI. It's still not, the voice is mine, it's me, it's real, it happened. It didn't start with just a script. It was a clip. The bouncing text up on the screen, I said, well, I guess I almost have to accept it because it's everywhere and it's all the time. It's what people expect now. And so many people are watching these shorts. I thought, well, let me try one and see what the results. It's not monetized. There's no money in it. But as a way of maybe introducing myself, my channel, my ideas, maybe a little wisdom to people who don't know me yet, might not be a bad thing. Not to load it up, but everybody's doing it. Kilsa's doing it. Ken Berry's doing it. John Baker's doing it. All the news people, everybody's doing it. So I said, well, let me try it and see what happens and see how much heat I get from my viewers for doing something. I said, I'll never do that. I hate to say I'll never do anything because never say never. Things change. Things change in this world on a daily basis. So we'll see, maybe try a few more of these things and see what the response is. They got 1,400 views. YouTube probably stopped promoting it already. Whether it's going to really do any good, it does actually link to a video. And that's the main reason that I'm doing it. I'm hoping maybe if somebody sees it and doesn't know me and likes what I say, they might click on it and actually watch the actual video that's associated. And that one yesterday about the chaffles linked to the video where I actually, made the chaffles, and maybe they'll introduce themselves to my channel. I still, even though I say it's not that important to me, I don't want my channel to die a natural death because nobody new sees it. I mean, you put a lot of time and you put a lot of yourself into an effort of having a YouTube channel. You hate to see it wither away and die. That's very sad, very sad. So, did a short. Let's see who's here. Let's see who's here. Oh, yeah, tomorrow morning. Wednesday mornings. Gonna, maybe not for the first 15 minutes, but gonna put a link and do a panel on Wednesday mornings to make up for the fact that I'm not going to be doing the Tuesday and Saturday night live streams. The only evening live stream I'm going to have, and I talked about this, some of you may not have heard it yet, but I have decided that 8 live streams a week was just too much. I'm going to be doing the 5 morning shows and the Thursday night members live stream. But I still want to have at least one panel a week where people can come in, member or not. So Wednesday morning, remember, everything I do is subject to change. But Wednesday mornings, we're going to try it out and see if people want to come in and talk to me. And we'll have a kind of a panel thing. Thursday, I'm going to do the morning live stream this week. And then after that, I will be taking off on a road trip to the other side of the state. And Friday morning, I may do my live stream from Kiltz's. I'll probably be on his live stream with him on Friday morning, to be determined. Maybe we'll do an impromptu pop-up live stream sometime on the day, Friday, or even Thursday afternoon. I don't know yet. Play by ear. I don't like to make plans because they never work out that way anyway. So that's that. That's that. I want to start mentioning more often. Hang on one second. I'm going to post a comment. I want to start directing people's attention. I don't want it to die a natural death as well. To my Amazon links that I have on my website. My website, I don't push it a lot, but there's a lot of good information on there. A lot of good information. Some interesting sections. And there's links to stuff I use every day page. And maybe a lot of people don't know about it or forgot about it, but I think I've got this carnivore thing down pat. Over the years, I come up with easy recipes. I got kitchen gadgets that just make doing carnivore so easy. So easy. And people buy this stuff anyway. And the stuff that I use, I know works. I know it's good. I know it's a good deal. And I've kind of compiled this. And I did it by request at first. But let me show you what I'm talking about. If you go to my website, up here in the menu, it says links to stuff I use every day. And then down here, there's subgroups. There's T-shirts, supplements, food and pantry, different coffees, kitchen appliances and tools, T-shirts, all the stuff I use, phones, cameras, and accessories, and exercise equipment that I use. If I just start scrolling down, you can see that these are the supplements I use, and it's all there. And it's good reference, all the air fryers and even the small appliances, the little things. You know, splatter shield, the sous vide equipment, a good scale that I found, meat grinder, how to scrub a chainmail scrubber, thermometers, meat slicers, frying pans, everything is there. Grease, the thing I used to collect my bacon grease in. All this stuff is there, and there's a lot of stuff there. The vacuum sealers. Some of these links don't go to Amazon. Some of these links are the discount links to these things that I get from these manufacturers. All kinds of wild stuff, including backup supplies, my T-shirts. So I don't like to be a salesman, but this is there, and it's convenient, and most people who use it will thank me and say, well, I'm glad you had that there because I was looking for one of those and I bought it. So I'm going to start featuring that link a little more. Maybe I'm going to become a little more commercial. But if I'm going to be doing this stuff, I'm doing all this work, I want to do it and see people benefit from it. If I make a few bucks, don't hate me. Don't hate me. I just got done paying my taxes, my homeowner's insurance, which has gone up 20% last year, my car insurance, which has doubled in the past three or 4 years, even though I don't drive, and we all have to pay the bill, so why not? I'm working here. I hate to be commercial, but if this stuff can benefit you, feel free to use it. Feel free to use it. And if you use any of those links that take you to Amazon and come from a referral from me, anything you buy, even if it's not on my page, while you're at Amazon, Amazon pays me a little commission on. Takes a little of Jeff Bezos' money out of his pocket and gives it to good old Mitch here. That helps me. It's a great way, if people want to help me and support this channel and the work that I do and keep me doing it and not get disgusted and go away, this is a great way to do it for me. Go to Amazon from my page, and once you're there, Amazon gives me credit for bringing you to the party. Now, if you go away and come back, I won't get credit. But if while you're logged in that particular browser, and you got there from one of my links, Amazon thanks me, and it costs you nothing. It costs you nothing. So there's a way to help me out if you want to. And if you don't want to, I still love you just the same, believe me. And I appreciate the fact that you're a member of this community. So, little commercial plug there. Before we get started here, welcoming everybody. Who was the first one? Rick. See you tomorrow morning, he says. And tomorrow morning, don't forget, we're going to have a panel. We're going to have a panel. Hi, Rick. How you doing? Rough Carnivore was in middle of the night. Lady June in the middle of the night. Gary, not Gary, just Jerry. Jerry's. Well, you are on a roll, Mitch, he said. And first one in this morning was Mike Seeley from Tampa, Florida. Hi, Mike, how are you? And Humaira was here first thing this morning. And Humaira liked my little chaffle video. Whoa. Somebody's at my front door. What is that? Let me see. That's probably my neighbor taking out my trash can. It's Tuesday. Yeah, my neighbor takes out my trash can for me. What a nice guy. Oh, wow. Okay. I got a motion sensor on my front door. Scares the pants off of me. Mike Seeley Sr. from Melbourne was here this morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning from Brian Dish and Chris Wayne from Australia is here. Hiya, Chris. How are you? Good to see you this morning. Thomas, budding AI expert. How you doing, Thomas? Good to see you. Richard Williams from Copper Hill, Tennessee is here. Good morning to you. Aaron. Hi, sweetie. How you doing? Good morning. Mitch Fitz says Aaron. Lizzie. Good morning, Lizzie. And I know we're getting bored with this. But the dynamic duo Lambs and Robbie Autry, first one in at 7 o'clock, right on the money, followed shortly by Sharon, my BBBNE. Good morning, Sharon. How are you? And Rick was here right at 7. And Just Jerry was here right at 7. Larry Ryan, how are you, Larry? Super Tune. Chuck from Clearwater. Good morning, Lori. How are you? Up in Canada. Hope the weather's starting to warm up there a little bit. Marla Kelly is here. Hi, Marla. Good to see you. And Jerry Voitush, 22 months, a member of the channel community. Hi, Jerry. Good morning. Had a little more of that brisket yesterday. Got one meal left. I'll eat it again today. That was really, really good. Thanks for sending me the recipe and the instructions. Seems like a lot of work. Seems like it, but it's so good. It's so good. Melissa B. from Texas. Hi. Good morning to you, Melissa. Good to see you. And Isabel is here. Isabel, good morning from Montreal. Another Canadian. We like our Canadians here. Everybody's saying, hi, Sandy Blythe is here. Wow, member for 17 months. Hi, Sandy. How are you? Danny in Boston's with us this morning. Jerry Voitis is here. Good morning from Ponte Vedra Beach. And Danny's here. Buenos dias. Senor. Brian BMAT, good morning. And Terry P says good morning. Barry Simons here, good morning, Mitch and all. From an 80-degree day. Wow. Wow, it's summertime already. Holy cow. That's terrific. That's terrific. 80 degrees. Martin Nerwinski. God, the way they put these names up there with no spaces. I hate it. Good morning, Myrtle Beach. How you doing? How you doing? Rick says he slept till almost 7. Wow. That's unusual. I don't know whether you're a real early riser or not, or be chased by... Chuck struggles with the mornings. Steve McAvoy. Hi, Steve. Good morning to you. Rick says, have fub with kilts. I don't know what fub is, but I'll have some. You type like I do, Rick. Oh, man. I don't know what's worse, that or autocorrect. Question Milk. Mitch has kilts here? Yes. Talked about that already. Hi, Peter. How you doing? Brian Aries here. Good morning. Good morning to you. And we're starting to get into the repeats here. Mike Silly Sr., been a member for 19 months. Bride's Biscuit says, good morning, Mitch and family. How you doing? Oh. Itchy nose. Pardon the humanity, guys. Happens to the best of us. Who have I missed? Who have I missed? Put QQQ in there if you want to bring something to my attention. Define a rabbit hole to dive into this morning. I could talk about post-translational modification. I know Kilt's got into it a little bit, and I don't think anybody came away any clearer on what the hell that is. I can explain it. I can explain post-translational modification to you. That's the opposite of keeping it simple. Understanding, and I know Kiltz is going to probably give me hell for this, but understanding, excuse me, understanding post-translational modification, even understanding what the word actually means, is the antithesis. That's a 50-cent word this morning, antithesis. It means the opposite of keeping it simple, stupid. And I really don't believe that any actionable advice could come out of an understanding of post-translational modification. I think if you got a PhD in biochemistry, what's going on here? Allergies? That if you really understood it and all the complexities of what things like that means, whether you understand what the Golgi complex is in every cell of our body, what you understand about how proteins are created, what you understand about all of that stuff, I don't believe in any way creates actionable advice for you. You might be fascinated like I am about that stuff. You may want to uncover the secrets of life and the chemistry that lives. You may want to understand all the pathways like I did because I'm curious. But there's not a single bit of advice for most of us about, well, what do I do? What do I eat? When do I eat it? How do I cook it? I'll take your word on all that chemistry. I love to teach that stuff, and anybody that ever sits down with me for a while knows that I love to explain it to people. But that's pretty much for curiosity's sake, fascination's sake, not for what I call all the time actionable advice. I don't know if it's a mistake to talk about that stuff, whether we're just, those of us who do understand some of it to some degree, are just showing off by using all the big words, or that sometimes we feel we understand how it works so well and it makes so much sense that we I know I do, we go off in that direction and talk about it as if it's meaningful to the people that are listening. And this morning on Kilts, I watched his guest, who is not a carnivore, not on keto, nice young lady, but young lady, under 40, still at that part of her life where she's not going to experience the damage and the disease and the illness caused by not only the standard American diet, but she's exploring and she's learning and she's just beginning to try to fix things. And her journey, her first stop on her journey was she learned about intermittent fasting, but pretty much has changed nothing else. Well, that's how I learned. That's how Kilts learned. That's how we all learned. But at her stage in a journey, she's not a teacher yet. She doesn't have the experience yet. She's in health kindergarten, first grade right now. And I hope that she learned something this morning. But what she is doing is the first step, and I hope she learns that she has to make it about one hell of a lot more than just intermittent fasting. I don't know if she learned that lesson this morning, and I don't know if she understands the relevance of post-translational modification. I think we have to be very careful when we try to teach that we never forget who we're teaching. And the fact that they're way behind in the journey. And you have to create whatever lessons you give and tailor them to the ability of your student to understand and be able to come up with actionable knowledge that indeed will help them and not baffle them and confuse them. I try to do that. And I like to show off occasionally by talking about a big word that impresses you. Say, this guy knows his stuff, knows his shit. Oh, yes. And I'll explain post-translational modification and its ramifications to anybody that really wants to know, but I don't think it's important to you in learning how to execute a carnivore lifestyle. And isn't that why we're here, to help each other? So I got a kick out of it. I was watching this morning, and I just glued to his guest. Her name was Jackie, I think. The deer in the headlights look. Still see what's going on and on. And I have the deepest affection and admiration for that man. He gets so excited. I guess I do too. Which is why we enjoy each other's company. We believe pretty much the same thing. We just have wildly different ways to try to explain it to people. But it's the same thing. And you got to listen and read between the words when you listen to Kilts. He knows what he's talking about. He really does. Manny Scamey's here. How you doing? Good to see you. Waiting for Saladina to add iguanas on his list. Yeah. I guess they have iguanas down in Costa Rica, don't they? Patricia, good morning to you. Good morning to you. How are you? And Rick's here and Rick's again, and yeah, Sandy bought the frying pan twice. Yeah, Sandy, I still have a couple new ones under I bought them up, the 12-inch ones. I have to look and see if they got them in stock. They last me about 6 months to a year before they discolor. And at $30 or whatever, they're throwaways. And I'll get a new one out. They have the 10-inch one, I believe. But there are other manufacturers of them, and I might go looking for it's the stone ceramic, and I love it, especially for the bacon and eggs. Wow. And maybe it's time for me to make another video about just exactly how I cook bacon and eggs, because there's a real science to that. The way I cook bacon and eggs, pretty much every ounce of the fat, and it's more than adequate fat from that meal, ends up in the food and not left over in the frying pan as rendered out fat. And the way I cook my eggs and bacon allows me to eat all the fat that's in the egg and all the fat that was in the bacon, assuring myself that my daily quota of fat intake is met almost every day. And that's the healthiest thing we could do. And the most important point that Kilts and everybody else in our community tries to make, but people don't seem to get. If you don't get most of your energy from fat, Nothing else will work right. Nothing else. You cannot eat a lean meat, low fat diet of any kind and expect to be healthy. We need the fat, and we need fat to be the primary macro that we eat. I get that from bacon and eggs, and I know I get it. And none of it goes down the drain. None of it is scrap. None of it is waste. I don't feed any of it to the dog or cat. The dogs and cats, especially the dogs, know instinctively that the table scraps are where the nutrition is. And you don't believe me, eat a steak, trim off a bunch of fat, and put it in front of your dog. Your dog will go nuts. They know instinctively that that's where the nutrition is. The hardest part, I think, and the biggest point of failure for people who are trying to live a healthy nutritional lifestyle, like carnivore or keto, is not the fasting, it's not the protein, it's not any of that stuff. It is 70% of your calories or 50% of your food by weight, that the two of them pretty much equate, must be fat. And there's only 3 macros. If you don't eat sugar, if you're not eating sugar, there's only 2 macros that you need to worry about. Protein, and by protein, I don't mean chemical protein, I mean animal meat, lean animal meat, and animal fat. If you eat 70 to 80% of your calories every day from animal fat, then you can't, by simple mathematics, be eating too much protein. If you're not eating sugar and you're not getting adequate fat, by definition, you're eating too much protein, or you're not eating enough food overall. We confuse these words like protein and things like that, and I think I like Kiltz's take on it, that we don't eat protein, we either eat animals or we eat plants. It's very simple. Simplify it. It's so simple. It's so simple. So simple.
What's for dinner?
Same as every day.
Again?
That was it. That was it. For millions of years of our history, that was it. What's for dinner? What do you think's for dinner, stupid? They ate the whole animal, and the animal had just the right amount of fat in it, and they couldn't help themselves. So I concentrate on making sure every day, most important, prime, rule number 1, before the fasting, before all this other stuff, did I get my fat today? Because fat is the food. And if you eat that way, your body will work properly. I know there's a big controversy about whether we can burn sugar for fuel. Kiltsy has his take on that. I have my take on that. But that's not our primary fuel. That's our survival fuel. And yes, sugar plays roles in every aspect of our metabolism and our life. But are we talking about what is defined chemically as a sugar? And there's many sugars that we have in our body that have other functions. To do, big words, glycosylation, to form the glycocalyx. Anywhere you find GLY in the name of a chemical, you can pretty well assume it's a sugar. Glycerol. Even our fats have sugar. Get a little chemical here. We all heard the term triglyceride. Three free fatty acids with a glycerol backbone holding them together is a triglyceride. Take the glycerol backbone away, and you've got free fatty acids, which can then be used to power things, to fuel things as fat. We store them in our fat cells as triglycerides with the glycerol backbone on it. When the glycerol backbone is stripped away, it's a sugar, and it's used for other biological processes like gluconeogenesis. So even the fat that we have in us contains sugar chemically, and that sugar can be used to create glucose. But all these things are different kinds of sugars that have different effects on us. And we need all these sugars for many different things. And that's why it's so complicated for we humans to try and think about macros. About what sugars are you eating and what's going to happen to them. We know, at least we think we know, that fructose does many different and terrible things than glucose does, or lactose. Those are simple sugars. I don't want to go down a chemistry rabbit hole, but that's not anything we need to be concerned about. We need to keep it so simple. Eat fat. Eat fat. And my bacon and eggs allows me to make sure, without a shadow of a doubt, that all the fat in that food is going into me. You can't be that sure when you eat a ribeye or cook hamburger, because a lot of the fat gets rendered out. And yes, the only way you can be sure that you're eating all the fat would be to eat the meat raw. I don't want to do that, and neither do you. So no matter how much somebody harps on how good raw meat is for you, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I don't like the taste of it. I've tried it. I don't like the taste of it. There's a reason why I don't like the taste of it. Good morning, Louis. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. And this is Linnea. Good morning from Texas. Linnea, welcome. Don't recognize that name. Good to see you. Peter people were talking about buying things from my Amazon page. Yes, please do. Please do. I also said that I'm going to stop promoting products. Never mind. I decided I want to take some of these people up on their offers. Primarily because I want one, and they want to send me one for free, and I'll make a video about it, and you can decide whether you want it or not. But I'll tell you what, I'll tell you a couple things that I've got coming now. I hope I got them coming. I decided I got to have some content on this channel. I can't just keep talking every day, all day about eat fat, and here's how. I got a treadmill. Not a big, heavy, but but a small treadmill because I need to do more walking. The treadmill might not help me so much with my balance, but because of my balance, I have been getting the exercise in my legs. I hate to take a walker out in the neighborhood. I just hate to. I don't know why. Probably shouldn't worry about it, but I need to be walking more. And some company with these treadmills came on and said, we want you to make a video. I said, okay, send me a treadmill. So we'll see if that gets here. A company's been harping at me, telling me they've got the best blood pressure measuring thing that ever lived. They want to send me one. I said, okay, send me one. See what I think of it. So there are some things that I'm going to look into and get myself a free one. Total transparency. I got all these air fryers and vacuum sealers, which have just really made my life so easy that I never would have discovered these things had I not taken these companies up on their offers. And it can be a win-win situation. And many of you are glad that I did. So why not? Why not? So I feel today. Ask me tomorrow. But I'm trying to let you know what I'm doing. And I would never try to recommend anything that I wouldn't have bought for myself. Meeting Wellness, that's Christy. Hi, Christy. Good morning to you. Good morning. I'm remembering names, but had I not remembered, Peter would have reminded me. And I didn't see that, didn't see it until now. Bryce Biscuit says she missed the translation part. Post-translational modification. Post. After. Post means it comes after. Pre means it comes before. So we're talking about something that happens after the translation. A modification that happens after translation. What are we talking about when we say translation? Translation is the process of reading the DNA and creating a protein from it. That's what translation in that context means. Reading the code for a particular protein, which is called a gene in DNA. We have 25,000 genes that code for 25,000 different proteins. The act of building a protein from that code is called translation. And that's what we're talking about. A protein can be modified after it's being built, usually before it folds. Getting technical again. At the stage where it exists as a peptide chain, which is a long chain of amino acids floating around in the cell's cytoplasm before it actually folds up into a little molecular machine called a protein. Some things can glom onto it. When they glom onto it, they have an effect on the final version of that protein and how it folds. And they make little changes. Well, those folds create a difference in what that protein can do. The 25,000 proteins that we have the code for can eventually become over 1 million different versions of these proteins because of this post-translational modification. In that respect, it's very important because it changes the function and turns one protein into something that might have 100 different functions, depending on how it was modified after it was translated. That's the simplest explanation I can give. And maybe you understand it, maybe you don't. It's fabulous and fascinating chemistry that we have absolutely no control over and can do nothing. No actionable thing that we can do, which is going to change the way that happens, other than make sure our body has the nutrients it needs. That's all we can control. Everything else is in our operating system. And just like the new computer that you buy, we came with that operating system, and we can't affect that. That is our operating system. Hope that explains that. Yeah, youth has its benefits. Youth is wasted on the young. Unfortunately, I didn't understand. Understand the ramifications of that. Neither did most of us. And then when we get old, all we have left is woulda, shoulda, coulda. That's life. And nowhere did anybody say it's easy. Verification, yes, there are iguanas in Costa Rica. I don't know. I don't know if Paul's going to be chasing Amazons around. It sounds like he's chasing coconuts and other fruits. Question, do you think I should buy a silicone spatula for my ceramic coated pan? Silicone less harmful than old black plastic? I don't think it makes any difference. I wouldn't worry about it. Kathy, I like the hard plastic. I've got silicone tongs I hardly ever use. I will use them in the pan. But I think you're not, believe me, if you start worrying about the fact that you're using a hard plastic spatula, and you think that's going to poison you, then you're worried about all the wrong things. All the wrong things, in my opinion. Maybe one day, if for some reason I happen to live to 110 years old, I can come on and make a video and say, I used a plastic spatula all my life and I'm 110. I drank coffee and I'm 110. I smoked cigars and I'm 110. And then say, I'm not guaranteeing that you, but it didn't kill me. I wouldn't worry about it. However, I didn't eat all the sugar. I didn't eat the seed oils. I tried to stay active and move. I did intermittent fasting and focus on the things I did do that I think made more difference in my longevity. All I can say is I've been using a plastic spatula my whole entire life to not scratch up these non-stick cooking appliances. I don't have diabetes. I don't have any pain. I don't have arthritis. Yes, I had a stroke. I don't know who caused that or what caused it. There's still people out there. So I'm not listening to you had a stroke. Well, don't listen then. Don't listen. Do it your way. But Kathy, I don't think you need to worry about that. Not at all. One day soon, somebody's going to come out and say, warning, do not use any silicone in cooking. Remember the breast implants, the silicone, and when they would leak, what that silicone was doing to people? Remember that? Hoorah. So I don't know. Everybody's got a story and everybody's got a sales pitch. I know that don't use a metal one because it'll scratch your frying pan. Whether that's good, bad, or otherwise, I don't know. That's why I try to do the best I can, but I don't worry about them. I don't look at frying pans as investments. I look at them as consumables, and I throw them away if they get scratched up or too discolored. When the frying pan itself doesn't cost any more than the ribeye you're going to cook in it, which we're getting to right now, I wouldn't put too high a value on the frying pan. Consider it just another ribeye. 1 day's worth of it. I'm not too far behind. How about that? We may finish close to on time today. I don't know if we've accomplished anything. I have tried to explain post-translational modification to you without all the big words. Without explaining glycosylation, methylation, hydroxylation, all the other Asians. And thank you so much. Rick agrees, nothing wrong with marketing products if I feel that they're beneficial and people might want them. And I've actually checked out a brand of whatever it is and used it myself. And it's as good or better than most. And it's a halfway decent deal. I don't know why I have a problem with it. I don't like fraud. Maybe I don't want anybody to think that I'm a fraudster or a con man. And mowing the grass outside my house. It's about time. The weeds were growing up like crazy. Of course, I have to do it right while I'm live streaming, but you pardon the mower noise outside my studio window here. Rough Carnivore got a stationary bike, and exactly that. A place that ain't close. That's what happens to these things if you don't use them. It's like gym memberships. You got to want to do this stuff. And Danny's talking about the stock market, evidently, which never ceased to amaze me. With all this crap in the world, with all the high oil prices and the war in Iran and all the turmoil and everything, the friggin' stock markets just keep going up and up and up and up and up. I don't trust any of it. Everything is manipulated. There goes the lawnmower. There it goes. Keep on going. Okay. And Jerry Voitos, Professor Mitch. I would have made a good professor. Meat markets, right? That was my first thought when I saw that. Yeah. Okay, Rough Carnivore, thanks for the explanation, Mitch. I hope it was somewhat understandable. And like Kills alluded to this morning, something that nobody thinks about is the speed that these reactions are occurring in our body. The speed. Is incomprehensible. We talk about a pathway. Well, 50,000 times a second? Maybe that's what's happening, maybe faster. The actual activity going on in every cell of our body would seem impossible at the speed that it's happening. It happens so fast. It happens so fast that you ingest the wrong poison. The size of a grain of sand. how fast it'll kill you is inconceivable. And get to every cell in the body and destroy life that fast. It's incredible. It's incredible. But we don't want to think about that, do we? And Erin's talking about silicone spatulas, and she says she uses bamboo. That probably would work. We all have a lot of wooden kitchen utensils. Most of us have wooden spoons that we use. You could use wood instead of plastic, but you're not going to die from the plastic of a kitchen utensil. Believe me. You drink bottled water out of a plastic bottle that's set in your car for 30 days, and you do that every day for 30 years, yes, you might hurt yourself. Big difference. Big difference. Rick wants to see me grow my own and roll my own cigar. Not likely, Rick. Not likely. Not likely. Yeah, somebody said good morning to me right here at the end. Mary Beth. Good morning, Mary Beth. How are you? How are you? What time am I at? Oh, I'm almost caught up. Wow, wow, wow. How about that? Question. I want to see you walk your treadmill when live streaming. Yes, that's the idea, Loretta. That's the idea. I used to make all these walk and talk videos. Well, I can do it from my treadmill now. I can make videos. I can even live stream. It'd be hard to live stream from it, unless I put it in my studio here. And add all the controls in front of me, but I want to start doing that, and I want to walk a lot more. It doesn't mean I have to stop walking without holding on to something, which would not be on the treadmill. Of course, I probably could let go of the handrest and walk on a treadmill, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I've been thinking about it. I was thinking that I could do enough walking out in the neighborhood, but I don't want to risk a fall. That's the problem. I will not. A fall could set me back. God, it might even ruin my life. So I have to be very, very, very careful. So we'll see. And hopefully it'll be a neat little foldable treadmill that I can handle and move around and won't be in the way. We'll see. We'll see. So I just kind of accepted their offer, and we'll see when they send it to me. If they send it to me. Everybody's talking about eating sardines. I did it. I did it. I got to the bottom of the chat at 8:03. Wow. Pretty cool. I'm getting faster, or you're getting less prolific. Either way, we made it to the bottom of the chat. I didn't see any QQQs that I missed. Look at this. A sea of green, all the channel members. So tomorrow morning I'm going to have a panel. I'll put a link in the chat, and I hope you all come in and spend the morning with me, at least for an hour. Thursday morning I'll be here. There probably will not be a Thursday night community live stream because I'll be down there with kilts. I could reschedule that maybe for tomorrow night. We'll see. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for a video popping up that says Members Community Stream Wednesday night. In fact, let's do that. Let's make a commitment right here that we're going to move it from Thursday to Wednesday this week because I'm going on an adventure. Something I haven't done much of in the past year or so. I'm looking forward to it. Going to take my car out today and put some gas in it. I have no idea what. I've put gas in my car for quite a while, and I have no idea what. Probably expensive, but whatever it is, it is. I may run it through the car wash, get ready for my big adventure on Thursday. I will see you all in the morning, and then again, we'll do it tomorrow night for the members. Little happy music. Say goodbye to everybody. Say goodbye to your friends in the chat. You're still talking. Mitch's mighty adventure. Yeah. It'll be mighty, okay. I'm going down to visit the mighty tribe. Enjoy your adventure, Mitch. Goodbye to you all, says Rough Carnivore. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye all, and thanks, says Loretta and Lori Weitzel, singing and dancing. Retired Rick says goodbye, Robbie Archer. Go smoke your cigar, Mitch. Great idea. Have a great day, everyone. Bye, everyone, says Aaron and Brian, and Lady June says bye all. And don't let your meat loaf, says Brenda. Am I? Barry Simon sends me a video about post-translational modification. I'll check that out. We may have that tomorrow morning. So, go slow. Finish my taxes. Filed my taxes yesterday. Yes, Gary, I filed them yesterday. Got done. First time in so many years I didn't take the extension, and it feels so good, even though I had to pay them, to get that over with. And there goes the music, and here goes Mitch. So, my friends, I will see you tomorrow morning. See you tomorrow morning, and in the meantime, take the rest of the day off and eat meat and fat.